It spans 32 miles around Tyler. Its safety has been debated in East Texas for years.
The community has given it many names, none of them flattering. Fatal 49 to the terrible toll. But how do we fix it? I spoke to experts in law enforcement in a special report, the infamous Toll 49.
We begin with breaking news at the top of the hour. At least one person is dead after a crash on Toll 49.
One person is dead after an accident on Toll 49.
On Toll 49.
Toll 49.
It's been the talk of Tyler for years.
I won't drive it myself.
People sharing their concerns about the safety of Toll Road 49.
I feel like I take my life in my hands when I go down that road.
The conversation garnering so much talk, it's expanded to a Facebook page dubbed The Terrible Toll 49. It's filled with people sharing their experiences with the road, but their frustrations don't stop there. Unlike normal roads overseen by TxDOT, Toll 49 is owned by the Northeast Texas Regional Mobility Authority, aka NetRMA. RMAs are ways TxDOT opens the door through private investments in the transportation system. Through open records requests, we obtained complaints filed with NetRMA. The documents list several oppositions for the possible expansion of the roadway, but also mention making safety a higher priority for the existing stretch of road. So what's so unsafe about Toll 49? I decided to find out for myself. Tagging along on our journey, Dr. Mina Suleiman, an associate professor of civil engineering at the University of Texas at Tyler. He says he's driven on Toll 49 many times.
Some segments are really good and some they can be improved, that's for sure. But it did improve over the years. So since I came, I've been seeing some improvements.
From an engineering standpoint, Dr. Suleiman says transportation is where the human factor is taken into consideration the most.
Depend on the driver. Even if you have the best roadway ever, and if the driver is not familiar with the road or under certain influence, or they're just a careless driver, again, something is going to happen.
How do engineers prepare for that? Dr. Suleiman says transportation engineers have to interact with drivers by installing features like rumble strips, clear markings, proper sight distance, and proper signage. Safety features, he says, Toll 49 already has. So with all of these safety features, I wanted to see just how terrible Toll 49 is when it comes to the number of wrecks that the road sees. The Texas Department of Public Safety providing KETK News crash statistics from 2017 to 2022.
The number of crashes that turned out to be fatality crashes was surprising to me.
According to DPS Sergeant Adam Albritton, in that 5-year period, Toll 49 had 292 crashes. Of that number, 12 were fatal.
I think Toll 49 has got a lot of notoriety because a lot of the crashes that happen on there do get a lot of press release. And we don't take into consideration that there are other roads in Smith County that have a lot of fatality crashes on them versus how many crashes we are actually working on that road.
But what are the causes of those crashes? Sergeant Albritton says 66% of those fatal crashes were due to speeding or crossing the center line. When it comes to these wrecks, do you think it is fair to blame the road?
The answer is really a mixed yes and no. Even to an equivalent percentage would be, again, the driver, the vehicle performance, the weather condition, as well as the roadway itself.
I don't think that the road is to blame. The factors that go into that as far as distracted driving and speeding are the factors. And those crashes that happen on Toll 49 are preventable.
But what further measures can be taken on a road that already has standard safety features? Dr. Suleiman says the shoulders of the road could be widened.
Section, but at least a good chunk of Loop 49, I barely see maybe 4 feet worth of a shoulder. Shoulder is, again, now we see, again, the shoulder now is expanding. I can park my car here in case of any emergency, but in other stretches, the shoulder is almost none. It's barely the rumble strip on the sides.
Suleiman and Albritton say barriers could be an added benefit.
And this is where the research study will show us is there is a significant improvements by adding a physical barrier versus a rumble strip, or between having a rumble strip and doing nothing.
I think that could be an improvement, that if they put a cable barrier or a concrete barrier in between the two lanes there, it might make it a little safer because the majority of the crashes are people that are crossing over the center line.
The biggest improvement, making the road 2 lanes in each direction. We reached out to NetRMA for an on-camera interview to discuss the safety features of the toll road. They declined our interview request, but did say, quote, NetRMA listens to the input from our community on Toll 49 and considers facts and information contained in accident investigation reports. Also sharing a list of improvements it says have been made over recent years, like widening areas to accommodate more passing lanes, and other features, like rumble strips in the center line, vertical delineators, and audible centerline stripping.
I don't believe that Toll 49 is any more dangerous than any other road. If we took how many crashes total we worked on Highway 31, 155, on Highway 110, US 69, versus the fatality crashes on there, it would be similar to Toll 49. I don't think Toll 49 is any more dangerous of a road than any of those other roads that I just mentioned.
For those who still don't feel comfortable driving on Toll 49, our experts offer this advice.
It's an option to use that road. It is a convenience to get around a lot of the stoplights and city traffic,
leaving East Texas drivers with a decision.
It's a personal choice, and you gotta balance between your personal experience, what you've heard, how much time are you gonna end up saving driving on the facility versus how much you are investing to drive on it.
Now, I know you would ask, NetRMA's gross toll revenue last fiscal year was more than $19.7 million. Now, right now, I did ask to see if they had commissioned studies to see what kind of adding a center barrier would cost for that roadway. NetRMA did tell me that they don't have documented study to show the estimated cost of those barriers. However, for an in-depth history of that roadway, plus a look at the safety features and the future of Toll 49, you can head over to our website. We've got a great in-depth article for you there, ketk.com.